right, Dunzo, moving on to lower cushion, and it's really more of the same. This one should be easier. Like I said, we did the bottom cushion first on the left seat, and then the upper cushion, and that made this part of it down here, I think, a little bit more difficult, getting everything tucked in. But really, most of it was just kind of figuring out our technique. I did, on the lower skirt here, I attached a piece of this blue foam. I picked this up at Joann Fabrics as well, because it was looking a little bit wrinkly on the side here, and I think we'll see it on this side as well, on the right seat as well. I think there's some excess material here, and I'm not sure this really helped out any. It's still a little bit wrinkly, but I'm going to apply it on this side as well, just to be uniform. All right, the bottom is more of the same. Two listing wires that go in the listing pockets here. I cut them the length to fit inside these pre-made grooves, and they will get sewed the same way we did the back. We will attach them to these springs. I think it was probably intended for them to be hog ringed to the springs. So again, I like this method better. Time will tell, I guess, which holds up better. I think the end of that listing wire should be pretty close to the end of that pocket. That's what it looks like. The groove is right here at the end. Before we get too excited about putting it on, we're going to need to do the same thing. Turn it on its side, poke the needle through, kind of mark where it lines up with the spring, and then do the same thing. Set this listing wire up, both listing wires up with the strings hanging off from them. Peace out. All right, it takes a lot of tugging and pulling and stretching to get things in place and to get them at least close into place. And right now, I think I'm going to put this, make this listing wire and put it in the back, kind of the way we did the top. We're going to measure it out, and same way we've been doing it, cutting it, shaping it, or bending the ends over. Sliding it in the pocket, getting it centered up here where we want it. This one doesn't look like it's going to be much of a stretch. I like it. Let's see if I can find my, here they are, hog ringers. All right, hey, those went in pretty good. Feel pretty secure, but I'll probably still stick a couple of pieces of safety wire in there just because I can. This is another one of those curved ones that goes all the way around, and it pulls around to a piece of wire that is connected to, let's see, can you see it? There it is. Yeah, connected to the inside of this skirt here with more, hog rings. On the other seat, where I had to replace that piece of skirt, I didn't want to punch these out like they have them. I just put I took a real thin, about a 1/4 inch piece of metal, and then just looped it and then spot welded it so it made little loops on it. But it accomplishes the same thing. And then I used a piece of safety, or a piece of stainless wire, replace the wire. That one was all rusted out. This one's in better shape. So this is the original wire and the original hog rings and all. All we did is clean it up and paint it. So now I can't remember whether we did this. I think, yeah, we did. We did it with 3 different pieces instead of trying to bend that all around. And then, yeah, one piece would not work very well. It'd be very difficult. So three different pieces of listing wire here. Cut this one first, and you got to kind of imagine it, the shape or the size that it's going to be once it's rolled over this lip and on the inside of the skirt there. Oh, comes the cat again. All right, then we just took a knife and cut this pocket. Slid it in there. That's what's going on. Got my little hook outside here. Okay. Now it's on in there. All right, and then 2 more pieces. Let's see. And then this side hasn't been cut yet, so I guess we'll do it up here in the pocket again, or in the corner. All right, now we'll just bend this around or pull it around, and remember this being very difficult to good little wrinkle right there where obviously that vinyl had been folded. But this one was very difficult to get the hog rings to catch right, because the skirt is at an angle and you really can't get the pliers in there at the right angle. So at the proper angle, I should say. Let me see if I can. All right, well, that wasn't so bad. Wire is really kind of stuck up against the edge of that skirt. There we go. It was all stuck with the paint. All right, 2 for 2. Feeling good about that. Put a couple more in here. Probably still do a little safety wiring, because these things don't instill a lot of confidence in me. Need a right angle pair of hog ring pliers, I think. All right, this is what we talked about earlier. I briefly mentioned it, but the front part of it works out pretty well. But it seems like we get down here, and it doesn't seem like this one's as bad as the other side, but a little bit of extra material here. Can't get it quite as tight as I would like it on the sides. All right, one in the corner there too. All right, same on the other side. All right, we got a little bit of a bump here. I'm not sure. I think that might be from it being folded in the plastic, and hopefully that'll work its way out, as well as that crease right there. But the only thing we have left to do now is to kind of tension our strings again. And then I think we'll be in good shape. So let's tighten those on down. And oops, and I'll do a little bit of safety wire work off camera there. All right, see, starting to get a little bit more, cat got stuck, a little bit more defined. And pull that on in a little bit more. All right, that's all of them. All right, pretty good. A nice shape to it. Like I said, I hope that little bump will come out in the wash. But I've certainly seen them with deeper grooves in them. And you know, maybe if you're building a race car, maybe you want them nice and deep to give you lots of support, so you don't go slipping out of the seat in the turns. But I like it this way. Looks good. All right, I'm going to finish up tying those up and gluing them and trimming them, and then we'll just have a couple of finishing touches on this seat, and then onto the bench seat.